Welcome back to the Diecast International Race Series. This is the final part of Round 5 here at Clutch Mountain. After these final two groups, the cars will travel to Live Young Diecast for Round 6. Make sure you check out his channel so you can keep up with the action as well as the other hosting channels in the series. Links in the description. Also, stick around to the end. After we run Groups 7 and 8, we'll take a look at the overall standings of the 32 cars in the tournament. And we'll get a sneak peek at what is coming next here at We Race Diecast. Alright, no time to waste. Let's jump right into it. Group 7. Oliver James from Transport Diecast Racing, number 3 overall, and the second fastest qualifying car to enter the tournament. He won't get a free ride going up against Daddy G from G4 Diecast and Flip from Flips Racing, both well known and respected builders. To round us out, we have Rowdy Rowley, who currently sits dead last in the competition. Has really struggled to put points on the board. Let's see if he can turn it around today. Oliver James will get the pull to start us off. Flip on his side, Daddy G and Double R in the back. Oliver James gets out front while Daddy G and Flip get into it. Whew, Oliver is fast as he will take the win. Here comes Flip and Daddy G to join him. Double R on his roof, not sure what happened, but he takes the DNF on race 1. Looks like the unlucky streak continues for the Rowley Brothers team. Flip drifts over into Daddy G, and that collision is all the space Oliver James needed to just run away with it. Race 2, cars rotate counterclockwise so each driver can get a chance from each position. Flip beats out Oliver, and look at Double R with the pass for second, and he gets around Flip to take the lead. Here comes Flip trying to get it back. Daddy G from nowhere, and it's a close finish. Looks like Flip will pick up second, Daddy G in third, and Oliver James falling back from second place to last. Flip gets loose again for the second time in a row coming out of turn 1. It blocks Oliver and gives Double R the space to get around both of them. That was an impressive sequence as he goes inside on Oliver and then outside on Flip. Don't count Rowdy Rowley out of it just yet. At the end, Daddy G able to whip it around James. Flip still able to keep it under control to prevent losing second place. What a race and battle we got for points. Just a 2-point spread between the 4 cars and 2 more races to go. Race 3, Double R and Daddy G up front, Flip and Oliver James in the back. What just happened? Oliver James somehow goes from 4th to 1st. And Oliver James is gone. Too much speed for his own good. Wow. Finally, Double R gets down the track and will join him, pick up second place. Flip and Daddy G unfortunately do wreck in turn 2 and pick up DNFs. Let's take a look and see what happened. That's got to be one of the sweetest passes I've seen coming out of turn 1. Daddy G gets sideways and on the wall, nearly get 3 wide on a 2-lane track, and Oliver just smokes him. Rowley is able to get by as well, avoid the wreck in turn 2. Oliver James leads him in points with 11. Rowdy Rowley, say that 5 times fast, is in second with 8. Flip and Daddy G with 6 and 4 going into the final lap. Race 4, Daddy G and Oliver James out front, Double R and Flip in the back. Daddy G gets out front with Oliver right on his bumper. Not letting up as he looks to the inside of Daddy G. Oh, but Daddy G is off the track. I hope he is okay in that convertible. Unfortunately, Daddy G picks up a DNF. Tough break for him. Hopefully he is okay. He did have a helmet, unlike Eric Sland, who was also driving a convertible last week and coincidentally DNF'd in the final race as well. We are getting word that Daddy G is okay. Just a few bumps and bruises, nothing major. Make sure you stick around after the final group. We will be going over the overall scores and getting a sneak peek at some of the events that are happening here at We Race Diecast. Congrats to Oliver James with the solid performance, picking up 16 points as the number 3 overall, and with the leader Mike Mays only picking up 10 points this round. The top drivers and scores are tightening up real quick. Our last and final group here at Clutch Mountain in round 5. We have Noki Jack from Jackson Pass Speedway, Todd Owen representing Todd's Tofu, Lily the Dog from Lily's Boneyard in the Small Truck, and Mary Death from Maker's Box Motors. With a little too many 6-point rounds for my taste, but let's get to it. Group 8 Race 1, Noki Jack and Lily the Dog up front, Todd Owens and Mary Death in the back. Todd Owens will follow Noki Jack through the first turn. Ooh, and Todd Owens gets around Jack at the end. Lily and Mary Death drag race to the finish as well. That was a sweet pass. I like that little tap that sends Noki sideways across the finish. Todd and Noki Jack very competitive against each other down the track, but Todd Owens will win the first battle. Let's go to race 2. Cars will again rotate counterclockwise. Lily and Mary Death in the front, Noki Jack and Todd Owens in the back. Mary Death beats out Lily. Jack gets around Lily, and he makes a pass on Mary Death to take the lead. He'll take it all the way for the win. Mary Death will get second, Lily in third. Todd Owens, not sure what happened. Really need to get more cameras over here. Todd is on his roof in turn 5, will get a DNF. Noki muscles his way on the outside of Lily the Dog. That alone is impressive, but he follows that up with an inside pass on Mary Death. It looks like Todd Owens got too high in the corner and flips over. Let's see if he can recover in race 3. Two to go. Mary Death and Todd Owens out front. Lily the Dog and Noki Jack in the back row. Mary Death able to get out front again. Owens looks to the inside but can't get it done. Mary Death loose at the finish and Todd is there. Lily unfortunately with the DNF. And it looks like Mary Death was able to reach the line before Todd Owens. The points are close with 1 to go. Noki Jack leads them with 10, Mary Death with 9, Todd Owens with 8, and Lily the Dog further back with 4 points. Last and final race for the DIRS here at Clutch Mountain. Who's going to win the group? Todd barely edges out Noki Jack for the lead. He starts to lengthen his lead and it looks like he'll win it. Wait a minute, Noki Jack is on his roof. Mary Death plows right through Noki. That's not a love tap right there. Let's take another look at that hit. There's Todd Owens taking the win. Noki Jack must have gotten loose out of the turn and flips over. Rather than go around, Mary Death opts to plow right through Noki Jack. Lily the Dog and Noki Jack will pick up DNFs, not in the cards today. With that win, Todd Owens will take the group by a single point over Mary Death. Noki Jack will come in third with 10 points, and Lily the Dog unfortunately rounds it out with only 4 points. Congrats to Todd Owens for winning the group with 13 points. If you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss future action. We got a lot of exciting events planned, giveaways, a new competitive series for Clutch Mountain. You don't want to miss it. Alright, round 5 of the DIRS is in the books. All 32 cars got their chance to run on Clutch Mountain and put points on the board. Let's take a look at the standings. On top, Mike Mays remains in the #1 spot overall. He didn't have the dominant performance we are used to seeing from him here at Clutch Mountain, but he definitely still has to be the favorite to win it all, going forward with only 3 more rounds of racing to go. Oliver James, Iron Man, and Wobbly Bob are the 3 drivers who scored the most points this round with 16 points. Iron Man being the biggest story, coming off a flawless run at Jackson Pass with 20 points. Was able to clean house here at Clutch Mountain and move up into the top 5. In addition, we have 3 new competitors in the top 10, with Wobbly Bob, Todd Owens, and Big Rami, who makes the biggest jump forward, moving up 5 positions. Going back a little bit, we can see the 3 competitors who started in the top 10 but have fallen back slightly. Those drivers are Dom Woodley, Nick Devers, and Glitch. Don't count them out just yet. With 3 more rounds, there is plenty of time for them to make their way back up into the top 10. As we go back a little further, we can see the 2 competitors that had the worst performances only being able to get 4 points this round. That is Daddy G and Lily the Dog. Daddy G falls back the furthest, sliding 8 positions. Look for both of them to bounce back next round. Finally, our underdog performer of round 5 has to go to Chips McGee. He jumped up 2 positions and scores an impressive 13 points, even beating out Mike Mays in his group. It just goes to show you how competitive the entire field is. And that wraps up round 5. Thank you for watching the show and sticking around. Our next video coming out will be Picks for Pinks Event 2. This is a driver sign up event where the winner of the event keeps the cars when we mail them out to them. If you want to get involved in a future Picks for Pinks, you just have to subscribe, watch the videos, and wait for the next Picks for Pinks announcement. In addition, we have the finals of our King of the 621 series coming up, and we will be kicking off the Hatchbacks tournament, which features 72 mailed in custom hatchbacks. They'll run on 3 different tracks, and the final 16 will compete on Clutch Mountain. It's going to be a good time. And that's it. That's all we got. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.